Weather seems pretty nice today. I guess anything that's not a heat wave is appreciated for most people nowadays, huh? And what's going on today? I guess you read a lot of news how 4G drones and stuff like that is supposed to change everything, as you can pretty much fly virtually anywhere with that kind of connection. But how about this one with a 5G platform? This one says Qualcomm unleashes a new era of autonomous drone capabilities with the world's first 5G and AI-enabled drone platform. And according to this, it says they were a part of that Mars helicopter. It says following the success of the Ingenuity helicopter on Mars as a key breakthrough for unmanned flight powered by the Qualcomm flight platform, Qualcomm Technologies continues its drone leadership by unveiling the world's first drone platform and reference design to offer both 5G and AI capabilities, the Qualcomm Flight RB5 5G platform. The platform's high performance and heterogeneous computing at ultra-low power consumption, power-efficient interreferencing at the edge of AI machine learning, breakthrough camera capabilities, robust security, and 5G and Wi-Fi 6 for connectivity allows ecosystem members to create reliable autonomous drones. And they show all the features and stuff. For example, long-range connectivity, I think that would be the biggest thing. End-to-end integration with unmanned aircraft systems. Actually, they showed things like videos and you can see all these drones and stuff flying around. It seems like it's near power lines. I think that gives most people a heart attack when they're flying a drone. I would say this would probably be good for things like drone delivery, but then with all those companies actually folding up their operations, I guess it's kind of a missed opportunity maybe, but people will probably find some use for it for more, I guess, industrial stuff, like they say, flying to Mars and stuff like that. And then I was reading how apparently that's still going on where people are getting attacked around Stanley Park and stuff like that. Although there was kind of a twist to this with another report I read, but this first one it says, the Conservation Officer Service has received a report of a coyote attack involved 2 people in Stanley Park. At approximately 1:30 a.m. on Monday, a woman and her friend were in the south end of the park having a picnic when a coyote approached and bit the woman on the leg. The friend was then also bitten on the leg. That's kind of late or really early to have a picnic, isn't it? And they were saying because it was reported late, they weren't able to find, I guess, the coyote. And it was kind of interesting too because again, it's debate, why are those coyotes so aggressive all of a sudden? The assumption is because of things like lockdowns and all that, not having as much people around. But interestingly enough, I read a news report where someone was suggesting that maybe the coyotes have been taking drugs, like literally, because there's been more homeless people around, leaving things like needles and stuff like that, I guess. And because of that, maybe it's making them go crazy. That was the hypothetical theory anyways.
Of Calgary professor Dr. Shelley Alexander, who has been studying wolves and coyotes for more than 25 years, says she's been analyzing the park attacks and mapping where they occur. She believes they're erratic, of normal demeanor, may be the result of something they've eaten.
The behavior of some of these individuals suggests they've ingested toxins and or drugs, possibly opioids.
At this point, I wouldn't rule anything out. And in having to keep updated, I guess, with that federal election stuff, what's the big issue today? Apparently it's about actually voting and going in person. This one says, Elections Chief says voting will be safe despite lack of mandatory vaccine rule for poll workers. Chief Electoral Officer Stephen Perrault is assuring Canadians that voting in the federal election will be safe despite Elections Canada's decision to now require the more than 250,000 polling officers to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And he says here, these are the same Canadians that you meet every day at the grocery store. The difference is that the polls are a controlled environment where safety measures can be applied more rigorously. That's kind of interesting because just recently, to my knowledge, they mandated that all federal employees must be vaccinated. Like this one says, government in Canada to require vaccination of federal workforce and federally regulated transportation sector. So wouldn't that include things like poll workers and stuff like that too? It's just one of those examples where it's too divided, I think, with the topic in general. I guess it's semi-official, so to speak. I'm gonna have to leave the Vancouver area towards the end of the month. From what I gather, it should be for about a week or so, so not too long. It just makes me wonder how I'm gonna record stuff and so forth. Actually, doing stuff remotely will be kind of a challenge in that sense, even if I'm creating like videos like this for fun. But I guess the good news for that is in talking to the people, they were actually fully supportive of me if I wanted to. Like I could still do my vlogs and stuff like that, so that would be kind of interesting. I still have a lot of time to prepare and all, but this is something actually completely out the left field, completely unexpected too. A new challenge, I guess you could say. Alright, see you guys later.